So what do you make of what you've heard so far?
So I've been involved and from the beginning with some of the plans that both the Friends of Wimbledon Park and the Cllr Oonagh Society have been involved in. They're very exciting plans that they're bringing forward today, and I wish them well with what they're trying to achieve for the park. I think everyone around, residents and community users, charities, schools, and all different sport activities that are being used in the park want to see a flourishing park, one where all sorts of activity, and this is where I think these plans can help. Overall, I take from it that we need to ensure that all different community users have the access that they want for the park and for their activity, whether you're a dog walker, football, hockey, tennis, and so on. And that's really important from my side. And I'm hoping that one day too, the vision of being able to walk right round the park and round the foreshore of the lake will one day be achieved.
How many of these plans being put forward can become reality without the support of the council?
So I think it's quite difficult not to have the support of the council. I would very much hope that they will take some of these issues forward. The lake obviously is what a lot of concern to a lot of people. They are looking at different options there at the moment, but obviously it's not just themselves, because something like the lake involves other landowners on which that lake now is situated. So in the old days it was obviously part of one heritage park. Today that heritage park has, as I think the Heritage Commission and so on have been highlighting, that it's on an at-risk register because of some of those land ownership issues. But I can say that as councillor I'm always talking with the All England as well and different owners. The Wimbledon Club obviously in what wonderful place we are today are very active in that, and I think the more we can stay talking, bringing people together, and that will have an influence too on Merton Council. So this is also what it's about, and it's pleasing to see the cabinet members here today, apart from my ward colleagues as well. So, hopefully they will listen and bring forward some of their plans, which will be able to take forward as well.
And obviously the stadium's come up quite a bit today. None of these plans sound particularly cheap, so where would funding come from should they get approved?
Well, that's obviously the number one, and the Cllr Oonagh Society, I think that's one of their things, is trying to get some more funding, some crowdfunding going as well, to help with some of these points. And you've also, as they highlighted, got Sport England and other potential sources, but it is that you've hit the nail on the head. You can have your wish list. And I think that's why I come back to, let's have a plan, but sometimes you have to start with smaller projects first, and some of those projects could bring people together to the table, such as, for instance, a walk around the lake as well, which will bring people together, because most people can come around and support that, whereas some of the other challenges can also be quite a bit more controversial for people as well. So, I think one has to see that in the room as well. So.
And quite often in situations like this, councils can be made out to be the bad guy and not wanting to work with the public and the communities. Yeah. What would you say to anyone that maybe has that fear? I think the council at the moment have been, that's true, and that came out today. I think they've been standing back from some of the public at the moment over some of these issues. As I say, it was pleasing to see the cabinet member here, because obviously it's the administration is different colour, if you like, to myself, but I think they are listening, and they want to bring or see things that are going to be of help to the community. But there is a public purse, so inevitably too they have to be mindful of that, and mindful of the fact that this park is really important. So they often just talk about it as crown jewels, but and it does have to pay a bit on itself. We want to see, though, that
that park invested for the community and ensure that it's for future generations as well. So it's really important that parts of it are modernised. The stadium, whilst the athletics can still use it and people still use it, it is in need of doing it. There isn't a doubt there. And if it can be made so that it's more attractive for some of the larger tournaments, that would help too. We're one of the few athletics tracks in southwest London, I think, apart from, so it's a really important asset, and for the schools locally as well to use. So, anyway.
Anything else you'd like to add?
As I say, I think for me, I will continue to lobby to get a walk round, because now that the All England own taking the freehold of the Wimbledon Park Golf Club, that for me is something which I think could be achievable as well, and shouldn't cost the millions that obviously doing major works at the stadium will. So, small steps, and that's one of them. Thank you.
Thank you.